Sweet the whispers in your ear whenever ember wanders near.
Let's take a look. It looks like it could be new video footage. I'm not sure, but it's titled "They Tried to Put Me Back in Jail." So I am curious. You've not been following your Reckless Ben stuff. Okay, so for those that have not been following the Reckless Ben stuff, I will do a quick TLDR. This is Reckless Ben. Okay, this guy right here is Reckless Ben. Reckless Ben was contacted by a guy named Brian Mansell, who he attempted to sell his father's like world record sized Star Wars Lego collection on consignment with a store called Bricks and Minifigs in Oregon, in Salem, Oregon. And the original franchisee owner of that Bricks and Minifigs was attempting to do the proper sales for it. She had kept records for it, and then the corporation, the Bricks and Minifigs Corporation, stepped in, booted her out of her own franchise, took it over, and then refused to give Brian Mansell any further money for any sales and refused to give Brian Mansell his Lego sets back. And they said, if you don't like it, fucking sue us. We'll destroy you in court and we'll basically financially destroy you in court. So it's going to cost you more to fight us than the Lego sets would cost. So Ben stepped in and started basically doing a documentary / investigation on Bricks and Minifigs, where and it was discovered that basically they were hiding all sorts of stuff. They refused to give the Legos back when Ben would confront them. And he's put out like 3 major videos where he first investigated the store at Salem. The new store owners that took over from the old owners, who the old owners were working with Ben, they said, sue us. There was a whole mess of stuff that happened. Ben ended up suing the store in small claims court like 10 times to get the total amount back. They ended up winning their lawsuits. And in response, Bricks and Minifigs shuttered the store. They closed the store down. And why is this still going off? What the frick? Hang on. This is still going off. Give me a second. I'm still hearing this. So this is coming from, okay, that's what it was. It was coming from my Steam on my main computer's account. That's what I was hearing the whole time. Okay, moving on. Basically, they won. Bricks and Minifigs shuttered the store. So Ben tried to sue them again, on a corporate level, and what he needed to do was he needed to basically go to the new franchisees owners to make a good faith effort to work it out. So he went to American Fork in Utah to basically try and do that good faith effort with the 2 franchisee owners that had taken over. They ended up calling the cops on him like at least a dozen fucking times. He ended up being arrested on absolute bullshit charges and charged for a number of crimes. Bricks and Minifigs is also suing him civilly. They're trying to sue him on a RICO charge civilly. It came out that the body cam footage for the cops dropped, where it showed that the American Fork Police Department is insanely corrupt. There's an absolutely insane level of corruption in the American Fork Police Department, so much so that the Department of Justice and the FBI need to drop on that town like the hammer of God. Then it further came out with the Provo Police Department in Utah, which is where the headquarters of Bricks and Minifigs is located. They actually want to try and charge him with a felony because the CEO of Bricks and Minifigs, Amon, lied to the Provo Police Department, claiming that then threatened to burn down their business, threatened to shoot up their employees, when there's video footage specifically showing that that Ben was completely cordial, cooperative, and made no threats the entire time, and actually showed Amon filing a false police report. Ben submitted this footage to the Provo Police Department saying none of this happened. He's lying. He needs to be charged with obstruction and filing a false police report. The Provo Police Department said, oh, he's a piece of shit YouTuber. We're not going to believe him. We're just going to do whatever Amon says, and we're going to try and file felony charges on Ben. Essentially, Brits and Minifigs is a corrupt organization. The Provo Police Department is a corrupt police department. The American Fort is a corrupt police department. And now the civil lawsuit has actually moved to federal court in regards to that. So there's it is a shit ton. I'm giving a very, very, very bare bones TLDR. Keep that in mind. I've got videos on all 3 of his videos that he has put out. I did react to all 3 of his videos. They are on my channel. You are free to go see them. They're 2 hours long each. So if you want to watch them, set some time aside. There's a lot to cover, plus other stuff regarding the American Fork Police. Yes, I did catch his appearance on Unsub. I would strongly recommend you guys watch his Unsubscribe appearance that came out last week, because there's even more stuff going on there. It's just, this is an absolute shit show. And now apparently we have another update with I'm guessing the Provo Police Department trying to put him in jail. I'm guessing it's Provo. We will find out. It's a little 15-minute video. It's not a full-throated video. So let's see what we have going on.
A bunch of new body cam footage came in. No one's ever seen it, and we're gonna watch it right now.
Okay.
He came to harass us at our place. He's out of state.
So this is filmed right after I get released from jail the first time, because I got arrested because I was trying to serve them court papers to take them to court. They're just making up reasons for me to be arrested, but then I get out of jail because I paid for bond. I get out of jail, and now Ammon's just calling the police because he's like, you guys let Ben out of jail? What the heck? How could you guys do that? Ben needs to be in jail right now.
So he was arrested, and I think he was booked into the Utah County Jail. Okay. And he must have been released, even though he's an out-of-state, flight risk. He was released. And so he's a YouTuber that does this stuff for videos and clicks. Okay. He was arrested in California for doing this kind of trespassing and kind of stuff, before, just I think in 2024. Right.
My first time getting arrested ever was for serving my court papers.
My first time ever being arrested.
This is my first time ever getting arrested, but I think Ammon's thinking, oh, well, if I lie to the police and make it seem like he's a criminal, maybe they'll just keep him in jail this time,
So
bear in mind, this is something that is very important. There has been precisely 0 evidence provided by Amon and Brits and Minifigs to substantiate any crime that he has been charged with by the Provo Police Department and the American Fork Police Department. 0 evidence whatsoever. These guys are basically operating off of a pattern. That pattern being that it basically, they just call the police, say, this person did something to me, and both the American Fork Police and the Provo Police Department, both of them do not investigate. They do not conduct an investigation whatsoever. They basically just say, oh, you said that they did this? We're gonna 100% believe you. We're not going to talk to the other party whatsoever. We're not actually going to do an investigation. We're just gonna assume that you're being honest with us and go arrest the person. Both the American Fork Police Department and the Provo Police Department are not police officers. They are police departments. The Provo detective, who, by the way, the Provo detective that is basically said, well, what he did it doesn't sound like he actually did extortion on you, but let's find something that we can charge him with. That was the Provo detective. By the way, she's currently being sued for wrongful death. I don't know if this is correct, but from what I have heard from other people that have basically commented on my videos and you guys in chat, apparently the Provo detective that charged Ben with a felony is being sued for wrongful death. Something in regards to not getting a suspect medical treatment when they needed it. And just basically letting a suspect die in custody. Something like that. I don't know the specifics, so don't quote me on it, but she is being sued for wrongful death already. This is the same detective that basically said, well, when Amon called and said, Ben's extorting me, this detective said, well, no, what he's doing is not extortion, but let's find something we can charge him with. And her reasoning, oh, he's a piece of shit YouTuber. Now, I'm being a little hyperbolic there. She didn't say piece of shit, but she basically said he's a jerk, he's a YouTuber, and basically assumed everything about Ben as a person strictly because he makes YouTube videos. So because Ben is a YouTuber, she automatically assumed without doing any investigation whatsoever. This is the part that enrages me. This bitch did not do 1 ounce of investigation. Amon calls her up, says this YouTuber did something, and this bitch, I want to use a different word. I'm trying to restrain myself. This bitch pretending to be a detective who should not be carrying a badge, by the way. She should be fired. She should be stripped of any and all police authority. And she should honestly be, she needs to be sued. She basically just, Amon says, oh, he's a YouTuber and he was mean to me. And she went, cool, let's see what felonies we can hit him with without doing any investigation whatsoever. Even when Ben provided all the evidence for them and Amon provided 0 evidence whatsoever. Amon's evidence was him saying he said this. Ben actually provided videographic evidence to the extreme to say that he's lying. And this, I'm sorry, I have to say it, this fucking cunt, okay, this absolute cunt pretending to be a police officer just said, fuck that shit. We don't want the evidence. You operate in our town. We're going to believe you hands down and we're going to arrest this LA YouTuber. That enrages me. The Provo Police Department and the American Fork Police Department are basically, what's the word I'm looking for? They are a grievous insult to law enforcement throughout the country. And I've made videos about the American Fork Police Department, and I've seen stuff on Twitter. Every decent cop in the entire country hates the American Fork Police Department and hates the Provo Police Department because what they have done is not police work. They have dishonored the badge. American Fork and Provo have dishonored the badge completely. Yes, they are giving the ACAB folks all the ammunition that they need. It's enraging.
So that's what's happening. And so, but we like, he's also been passing fraudulent gift certificates to financially harmed.
Did you hear that? Listen.
And so, but we like, he's also been passing fraudulent gift certificates to financially harmed.
Fraudulent.
So he just lied again. Everything Amon is doing here is filing a false police report. Everything. And by the way, he's not providing any evidence whatsoever. None. Amon is literally this entire time just doing a giant trust me bruh. And the cops are trusting him. The cops are refusing to do their jobs. Yeah, this is like the 5th time that Amon has lied to the police and filed the false police report. And every single time the police refuse to do their jobs, they are a disgrace to the badge. They are literally nothing but boot jack thugs that basically A lot of people have said this. I don't want to say this because I know this is not basically it's a lot of people think that this is a quote unquote Mormon mafia thing. I do not know if I necessarily ascribe to that, but like there is like a lot of the people like on social media, on YouTube and on Twitter, people are basically saying it's the quote unquote Mormon mafia, that because Utah is essentially the central hub of the Mormon faith. It's basically their headquarters is the headquarters of the Church of Latter-day Saints is located in Utah, I believe in Provo itself, if I'm not mistaken. So a lot of people are saying it's the Mormon mafia. They're circling the wagons. They're protecting themselves because Amon is maybe donates to the church or is a big part of the church. I'm not prepared to agree with that. I'm not, because I'm an evidence person. I am an evidence person, and I have yet to see any evidence to substantiate that what the Provo Police Department and what the American Fork Police Department are doing is at the behest of the church. I have not seen that. It's plausible, certainly, but unproven, and I work off of evidence. Okay, I am working off of evidence here. At best, these two police departments are insanely corrupt, that basically they protect their own in their own towns. American Fork was protecting Brandon and Joshua because they were businessmen, residents of the town, and thus they protect their own. And they said, oh, this is an LA streamer, so he's from LA, we hate him, we're gonna fuck him up. Provo Police Department, Amon, I don't know if he resides in Provo, but his business is headquartered in Provo. And so again, they protect their own. He is a businessman in Provo, and Ben is a quote unquote LA streamer. Because we heard the fake detective, because she's not a real detective. I refuse to acknowledge her as a real detective, over the phone say, oh, he's a fucking YouTuber. He's a jerk YouTuber. So at this point, it feels more like it's small towns that are basically protecting their own and basically violating the law in order to protect their own. That's more of what it feels like. And this is another case where Amon is lying to the police, and the police just go, yeah, okay, we believe you. We're not going to investigate.
Gift certificates. Does he mean the Guinness World Record?
Oh, I was so confused. I've watched that part like 5 or 6 times. I was like, what's he mean gift certificates?
Yeah, no. I think he means the world record certificate.
I don't think so. I think Amon is just, I disagree with him. I think Amon is flat out lying and just saying that Ben made fraudulent gift certificates so he can get the Provo Police Department to charge him with fraud. I think is he referring to the raffle ticket? Maybe he's referring to the raffle ticket. Maybe. However, that's not a crime. Because the person that won the raffle never tried to cash it in, so there was no fraud involved. It doesn't work. And by the way, a raffle ticket is not a gift certificate. It is not a gift certificate. He specifically said, oh, he made gift certificates. That is a completely different thing from a raffle ticket. Completely different. So again, Amon lying and the police going, okay, I believe you, and not actually doing any investigating. The judge and the prosecutors may just be blinded to defending the cops. The judge and the prosecutors are also corrupt as hell. Like Utah, from what I've been hearing, Utah as a state is legally corrupt. The cops are corrupt, the prosecuting attorneys are corrupt, and the judges are corrupt. That's why I think they got the civil case moved to federal court versus local court, because of, basically the judges are completely fucking corrupt. Insanely corrupt. Like, it's insane. It's absolutely insane. And this is why I said the DOJ and the FBI needs to basically drop on Utah like the hammer of fucking God. They need to swarm that entire state. They need to swarm the American Fork Police Department. They need to swarm the Provo Police Department. They need to start locking people the fuck up because all of them are showing themselves to be absolutely corrupt.
This is an award for most Legos stolen by any company in the world.
That's what's going on. But at this point, I just need some information so I can tell our staff what is going on, because if I need to go and get some of my staff armed so that he can't threaten them.
Right.
So now he's making up fiction. So this is more fiction that Ben has supposedly threatened them, which he never did. Ben has never threatened anybody. Not once. And now he's talking about, I need to know if I need to go arm my staff about dead, because I'm going to pretend like he's threatening. So now he's bringing firearms into the equation on a false police report. Just remember that.
That's what I need to do. Or they're going to go find him and rearrest him because he clearly had to have violated some kind of rule. There's got to be something to stop this guy from continuing to intimidate our staff.
Yeah, how'd you guys let this guy out of jail? If we let this guy out of jail, he's gonna kill our staff. Like, how can you possibly think of letting this guy out of jail?
You watch this, I feel like you're just like, dude, this is hilarious. I'm like, dude, this pisses me off.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. Yeah.
Yes. Like, Ben can laugh. I've
I
seen
live in
other
southern
I've
Utah,
seen
and
other
as far as I know,
people.
we do not have the issues Northern Utah sounds like it has.
It could be a Northern Utah issue. I don't know. Like, I am like being specific to the American Fork PD and the Provo PD. Like, I am being very specific with those two police departments. But then you also have the court system. The court system is also fucking bent over 6 ways from Sunday, because when his prelim occurred, Ben was not allowed to present any evidence. Only Bricks and Minifigs and prosecution was allowed to present evidence. Ben was not able to give a voice during his initial preliminary hearing. He was not allowed. And when he spoke with the prosecuting attorney before the case, prosecuting attorney went right into, so do you want to just like put in a plea agreement now and we can get this over with? And Ben's like, did you even look at the evidence I presented you? No, I haven't looked at any of it. Like, so it's not just the two police departments. It's also the court system. That's why I'm saying the DOJ and the FBI need to basically descend on at least Northern Utah. But honestly, like, a massive statewide investigation needs to occur, in my opinion. It needs to be, like, the entire state is looking a little fucky right now.
What the heck? Like, he's literally lying through his freaking teeth.
I don't know what has been done since he was arrested yesterday.
Sure.
Like, we all sighed a big sigh of relief this morning knowing that he was arrested last night. Yeah. And then to have...
They're acting like he's some fucking psychopath that has been running around threatening to torch them all and to torture them and to shoot them, and he's done none of that. He's done absolutely none of that. This man is lying to the police, and it's on record.
Did someone say corruption? Better call the Filipino DOJ.
Shut up. Shut up, Rudy. Now, on the plus side, I do believe a new binder has been unwrapped on this, because when Ben went on unsub, Nick was very interested in what Ben had to say. Very interested. Not only that, but they had a constitute. What was his name? King. Oh God, what was his name? King something. I don't want to mess up his name. Not Trout. There was another guy. He's military and he's police and he's active. I cannot remember his name now. His YouTube name. No, not King Cobra. It was like King Pex. Thank you, King Pex. Yeah, King Pex. Like, when Den went on unsub, they had 2 days of unsub that they stitched together into one episode. Not only was Nick very interested in what was happening, King Pex was also very interested and said he was going to talk to him off camera. And plus, Sounds like Eli was about to unleash the unsub, possibly, clear distinction. Eli may possibly be looking at unleashing unsubs not insubstantial war chest into aiding Ben. So basically, then not only has the internet writ large, he has numerous attorneys going to back for him. He's got the unsub boys. He's got the unsub boys backing him up. Yeah, and Donut despises corrupt cops. Nick will dig into once Nick gets his teeth into it, he is like a fucking canine on a blood hunt. King Pix is a constitutional scholar, and everything that these corrupt cops have done have been grievous violations of his constitutional rights. Like, I say the DOJ needs to come down like the hammer of God. The unsub boys are basically about to unleash hell, I think. I have a feeling they are about to open the gates of fucking hell on the state of Utah and Brits and Minifix. And I cannot wait to fucking see this.
This happen all over again. Like, everyone's feeling some pretty significant trauma that he's just not going to stop.
Yeah, so it's not the police or corrections that let him out. That's going to be a judge, right? And so that would be a complaint that would have to be directed towards their office to find out what's the deal. Why would you let this guy out when he's stalking us, right? That's
yeah. So
with no evidence, by the way. Again, I will continue to remind everybody. Zero evidence whatsoever has been brought forth to substantiate any claims that Ben has stalked them and that Ben has threatened them in any way, shape, or form. Zero evidence whatsoever. He's like Anon. What did he say? Anon was basically pretending like Ben is a major threat to them, which he's not. He's pretending like Ben is going to go run around to their stores and start shooting people. He's not. There's no evidence to support Ben has threatened that in any way, shape, or form. Ben actually has evidence to support the exact opposite. What the officer was saying is it wasn't the police or corrections that let him out. A judge was one that let him out. That's what the police officer was saying.
So, yeah, really quick. Sorry, let me grab a pen. Who do I contact for that?
He's like, dude, what are you talking to me about this for? Talk to the judge.
The police officer's like, we tried to keep him in jail until his court case for a month, but the stupid judge let him out. So, don't complain to me, complain to the judge.
Yeah, what are you doing?
I suggest you put all evidence that you have against this guy on that.
He acts really cutesy, he's clearly got some form of sociopathic disorder.
Notice he avoided saying anything when the cop said you should put down any evidence. He doesn't have any evidence. That's the ever-loving fucking point. There's zero evidence.
Because he lies through his teeth. He says and does whatever he can to just get away with whatever he wants. Again, multiple arrests, I think, in the past in different states.
So obviously, if you look in the police records, you can see that I've never been arrested before. But because Ammon said so, maybe the police will just listen to Ammon,
you know? His word every single time. They're taking...
Because they're corrupt. It's this guy is his buddy. He was on Unsub with Ben. Why are they taking his word? Because they're corrupt. Because the American Fork Police Department and the Provo Police Department are absolutely insanely corrupt. They are not police officers. They're not. There's not a single person that works for the American Fork Police Department and the Provo Police Department that are actually police officers. Every single one of them disgraces the badge. Every fucking one of them. Because they're not cops. They're bootjack thugs that basically just do whatever someone calls up and tells them to do. They do not investigate anything. They do not enforce the law. They do not investigate. They are not cops. They are literally like modern day Gestapo. That is what they are. I'm calling it out. They are literally a modern, hey, SJRs. All of you out there screeching about the police and ICE being Gestapo, here's an actual fucking Gestapo. American Fork PD, Provo PD. You have actual Gestapo working in the United States of America, in the state of Utah, in American Fork and Provo. Why aren't you going and protesting them? They are actually acting like a Gestapo. So why aren't you protesting them? Why aren't you marching on their police departments and standing outside protesting and calling them a Gestapo? Huh? Why aren't you doing that? Oh, is it because you're all full of shit? I think so. Yeah, American Fork PD and Provo PD are actual Gestapo. I'm calling him the fuck out right now.
His word over your evidence doesn't make any sense.
I don't know.
That's another charge, obviously. I mean, we'll stack him until he leaves you guys alone, I guess.
And boom! This police officer said, okay, we're going to file another charge. Just from a telephone conversation, no evidence whatsoever. And this cop's like, cool, we'll just hit him with another charge. You say it happened? Okay, we'll hit him with another charge. This is how a Gestapo works. That the wealthy businessman that operates in their town basically has his own personal hit squad in the form of Provo PD. This is disgusting.
You know what I mean? Or they put him in jail, one or the other.
Dude, that's so insane to freaking say.
Basically, I think Ammon lied to them saying that there's a restraining order when there wasn't. And so he's like, oh, well, that's another charge, and we're just going to keep making up charges about me until I'm in jail for good is kind of what it sounds like. Even though the evidence goes against everything you say, I want to help you out, Ammon, because...
Because I can stack... I'll try to stack it on this stalking case.
No, this is not capitalism. This is not capitalism. What we're seeing right here is probably actually closer to communism and fascism, where the Gestapo police take the word of the wealthy business people over everything else, and the average working person, fuck you, you go to prison, because the guy with the money that can pay us our bribes is telling us that you've done something wrong. Yeah, it's cronyism, it's oligarchism. This is not capitalism by any stretch of the imagination.
My God, dude. Does he not know that he's recorded?
I am just going to figure this out here. Okay, sir, I'm going to call...
The best way you can figure it out is turn in your badge. Turn in your badge and basically turn yourself in for corruption. That's the only thing that is acceptable. Anything less is unacceptable.
Call the jail, and then I will meet you over there, okay?
Okay, perfect. See you there in a little bit.
Yep, bye. Hey, it's Abrams with Orem Police Department. How you doing?
Oh, we have a new police department. So we have a new police department now. We have the Orem Police Department getting added into the corruption mix. So now we have the American Fork Police, we have the Provo Police, and now we have the Orem Police too. So that's 3 departments. How did this one get involved? How did this police department get involved? So it's 3. Actually, I want to see where this is. I want to see where Orem is located. Let's find out. Let's find out where the Orem Police Department is. Okay, so we have Orem. Now, where's Orem in relation to Provo? So Orem is right next to Provo. It is right next to Provo. Let me see. Where's Bricks and Minifigs? That's a store. Hey, let's see where the headquarters is located. Where is the Bricks and Minifigs corporation? Okay, corporate office. Let's see. Where is it located? It's in Orem. So why was he going to Provo? Why was he going to Provo if this is where he is located? So why would he be going to the Provo Police Department? Why was he contacting Provo for something that happened in Orem? Why did the Provo Police Department actually take the case when it happened in Orem, Utah? Like, seriously. This makes no sense. But we now have 3 different police departments in Utah that are basically showing corruption. Orem is between American Fork and Provo. They all border the Utah Lake. Okay? But jurisdictionally, Orem should be handling this from the beginning. So why was Amman going to Provo? Like the level of corruption here is staggering. We now have a third police department that is also showcasing itself as being corrupt and a disgrace to the badge, because this is another officer that is refusing to do any investigation. He's listening to Amman's sob story saying, we're poor victims, we're traumatized by a story we made up that was never investigated. And this Orem police officer is like, okay, let's go fuck over this LA YouTuber. Why? Because he's from LA and he's a YouTuber. That's what. That is literally the only evidence that they have is he's from LA and he's a YouTuber. Therefore, he should be locked in prison.
You guys let a guy go this morning. It sounds like named was released from the jail today.
Officer Abrams?
Yep. Jim.
Nice to meet you.
Yep. Man, is there any way I can use your bathroom?
Yeah,
real quick?
for sure. We've got one right back here.
Taking my body camera off and setting it down for a second so I can use the bathroom. You shouldn't be doing this stuff, right? You know what I mean? All 5 of them should be charged. Right.
Basically what they're saying now is not only should we put Ben in jail for forever for trying to serve these court papers, we should put all 5 of his team members in jail for trying to take you guys to court. You guys don't deserve to go to
with again, zero evidence. Absolutely zero evidence has been provided to substantiate any crimes that Amman is pretending happened. None whatsoever. He's just basically saying it happened, and that's it.
Court, and anyone that tries to take you to court, we're
he turned off the camera to use the bathroom.
They started threatening to kill some of the staff. And so they're...
Okay, you have cameras in your locations. Where's the evidence? He's just saying, oh, he threatened to kill the staff. Where's your evidence? Where's your evidence that Ben was ever even in that store? Those stores have cameras. We know that because there was a camera in Crystal's store when they basically muscled her out. That is evidence where she said, that's what started all this, is she said, I need to pay this guy. I need the tickets to know what to pay him. And the corporate told him, you don't need to worry about that. That's a corporate thing now. So there are cameras in this store. Where's the evidence that he even appeared at the store? Where are the phone records to indicate that he even called the store? Oh, you don't have any? Cool, we're still going to charge him.
They're just like, hey, if you don't, we're gonna kill you if you don't give this guy his money back and all this other stuff.
Where's the evidence?
Like all these things. And so we're like, dude, like you guys have to go through the appropriate legal channels. Yeah. This guy has nothing to do with it, other than he just gets off on making videos and like if you look him up again, he goes by the name of YouTube. Okay. And he films himself doing illegal things all the time, and then he gets his videos taken down, do all sorts of research on him.
Well, no, he hasn't. I haven't heard about any one of Ben's videos being taken down by YouTube. Not one. So, again, another lie. And again, this is all a trust me, bro. Why is Reckless Ben redacted? I'm thinking that he actually, Amman actually gave out Reckless Ben's Gmail address. That would be my suspicion, is that he may have actually didn't say, he said more than Reckless Ben. He may have given out some more information in regards to Ben's account that he doesn't want to make public.
That's what we're dealing with, is a guy who had, honest to goodness, he's a sociopath. Okay. As we've done some additional searches on him, he has it appears that a relative of his, because he's originally from Ohio and then he moved to LA. Some relative of his with the same name, based on what we can piece.
Oh, I think maybe he's doing full government name. I think that's what he's doing. I think he's giving the cop the full government name.
Together was convicted of child porn or child sexual contact, some of these other types of things. So there's a very real chance that he may have been abused as a child, but that.
What the fuck? What the actual fuck? Okay, first and foremost, is there any validity to him saying that one of Reckless Ben's relatives was convicted of child porn, and now he's making a claim that Reckless Ben was abused as a child? Aside from the fact that is, if there is no evidence to support this, that is slanderous as fuck. Absolutely slanderous as fuck. Number two, what does this have to do with anything? Why bring this up? Except to color the entire case. Like, no, he doesn't know that. I'm gonna wager that that every word that just came out of his mouth is an absolute fucking lie. Yeah, he's doing his character assassination, so, which I don't even know why he's doing it. The cops are gonna do whatever the fuck he says anyway. Yeah, this is the crazy part. He does not need to smear Ben in the eyes of the cops, because the cops are already doing whatever the fuck Amon says to do. He's literally doing this just to twist the knife. So maybe he's hoping that when the cops grab Ben, that they'll beat the fuck out of him because he's threatening to kill people, and that like his family is full of child molesters. Maybe he's actually hoping that when the cops grab him, they'll beat the ever-living shit out of him and send him to the hospital to send a message. Maybe that's why he's doing it. Because God knows, these cops operate like the Gestapo. We've seen in his previous videos that the cops have no problem basically physically abusing people that they arrest. When they grab Ben's arm and like dislocated his shoulder, we've already seen that the cops in northern Utah have no problem abusing people that they arrest. We've seen it in other videos with the American Fork Police, where a guy is literally on his knees with his hands up, and an American Fork PD officer literally does a flying tackle and tackles this guy into pavement before literally beating the fuck out of him. Maybe Anon is hoping that if he says that to the cops, that they'll do that to Ben too. That he's basically initiating a hit squad against Ben. Maybe that's why he's trying to do this.
Set him through a mental disorder, kind of whatever the case may be. He's clearly a sociopath and does not care about like the system.
My whole family's like pretty close, and I'm like 99.999999999% sure that's not true. But if it is true, I would like to know who that is. So, because that's probably important information for me if there is someone in my family that's like that. But
so he lied again. He lied again. Then that's a civil case right there. That is civil. That is defamation right there. Fucking sue them for defamation. Add that to the civil stuff you're gonna file against them. Because I'm telling you right now, I don't know if Ben watches my videos. I have no idea. I've done my own videos. I've been collabing with Celestium when she did the part 3 of Ben videos. I jumped on her stream and collabed with her. She invited me. I didn't hijack it. I specifically said I didn't want hijacked it. She invited me. Then, I don't know if you see any of this. You need to sue Amon and Bricks and Minifigs into fucking oblivion. The whole do the chicken dance and all is forgiven? No. Then you need to go fucking scorched earth. You really do. You need to metaphorically burn that entire company to the foundation with civil lawsuits. Leave nothing behind. Literally, you need to financially destroy that company with litigation. Fuck the mediation. There should be zero mediation. This is now a zero-sum game. It is literally all or nothing, because this company needs to financially be destroyed. You can't. The day of bargaining or the day of being nice is long gone. It's just, you need to get apocalyptic on this. You really do. Nothing less will do at this point. And thank you for the tier 1 fishy.
Just a really quick update. I think we found the guy that Ammon's talking about.
Athens man is sentenced after he was found guilty of 110 felony counts for recording and distributing
Let me guess,
child
not a member of his family.
from his home. Benjamin Schneider is sentenced to 8 years in prison.
So yeah, I guess this guy also got charged in Ohio, and he has a very similar name to me. It's actually the exact same name as me. and maybe he thought that this person was me. Maybe that explains why he's saying I have been arrested multiple times.
Oh my God. Maybe he saw that and he extrapolated that like that's a relative because it's the same last name. He's clearly a relative of Ben's, so it's in his family. So clearly, like, oh my God, this is insane. This is insane. Yeah, then you need to sue the fuck out of him for slander, for defamation. You absolutely need to sue Amon personally for this.
I mean, clearly this person is not me. I mean,
no, he's lying. Amon is just lying.
Maybe Amon's not the smartest person in the world, so maybe he thought that we were the same person.
I mean, I agree that Amon is not smart. Amon is not an intelligent person. You know, that's he's not. Amon is not an intelligent person. He's barely as smart as Hassan at this point. But he also is lying. And the reason why he's lying is because he knows that the police departments in his area will do anything he says. He knows that he knows that the police departments in that area are corrupt, that they don't actually do police work, that they are basically just a hit squad for basically locals, that they'll do whatever the locals say and not actually investigate a crime. And he knows this, and he's taking advantage of it.
I don't know, but this is the closest I was able to find of what Amon could be talking about.
We know this guy's a sociopath, and so we're very afraid for our staff. Yes, sir. And these guys coming in, they've threatened people before. They don't care about the law, right? Right. And that's what makes us very scared is because again, like, and I'm kind of asking a serious question. In your opinion, would you go get a shotgun and bring it in the store?
He keeps asking like, so, like, you're the police officers, you think it's a good idea that we should have guns to defend ourselves next time Reckless Ben comes in, right? I think what he's trying to do is, because Josh Johnson...
By the way, Reckless Ben has never been, at least to my knowledge, Reckless Ben has never been to any of the bricks and minifig stores in the state of Utah. He visited the corporate offices to speak with Amon, about getting Brian Mansel's Legos back. He is not, to my understanding, he has not set foot in any of the Utah stores. The only store that he has gone into is the one that was in Salem, Oregon, where this all started. That is the only bricks and minifigs that he has gone into. He has not gone to any others. And yeah, they've accused him of threatening to blow up, like firebomb and firebomb other stores to shoot up the employees. They're making him seem like a raging sociopath with zero evidence whatsoever. Not once has any of the evidence been provided whatsoever. And the police just went, okay, we believe you.
Next time Reckless Ben comes in, right? I think what he's trying to do is, because Josh Johnson said he was going to shoot us just for trying to serve him papers.
Holy crap, dude. Wait, hold on. This is insane. So he's basically asking, hey, officers, do you think it's a good idea for me?
He's saying, officers, can I legally kill Ben Schneider? That's what he's saying. He's saying, can I legally, if Ben Schneider walks into my building, can I legally assassinate him? That's what he's asking. He's asking the cop permission to premeditatively murder Ben Schneider. That's what Amon is doing. That if Ben Schneider walks into any bricks and minifigs, that he is giving that any employee is justified in shooting Ben Schneider on sight the moment he walks into a bricks and minifig store. That is what he is asking for legalized assassination of an American citizen. Yeah, that's what he's requesting.
To have a gun, a shotgun, in case this guy comes around again. So he can get the okay from the police officer. Yeah. So he's like, hey, the officer said I can, insinuating that he can kill you.
Well, the police officers would have told me to do this. Like, I'm just within my rights. He was trying to kill me and I'm just defending myself. Yeah, he's trying to come up with a reason to justify murdering us, I think, which...
This is actually insane.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
A little scary, but...
In a situation
like, Ben needs to talk to the FBI. Ben needs to seriously go to his local branch of the FBI and open the case. He does. Like, you can't wait for them to respond to social media pressure. He needs to go to his local FBI station, his local FBI division in LA, sit down, bring all of the evidence, sit down with an agent and say, listen, I am getting completely railroaded in the state of Utah by police departments that are outright corrupt and are basically just acting as a hit squad for this company. I would like an investigation to begin. That's what he needs to do, is he needs to facilitate an FBI investigation himself, because clearly the DOJ and the FBI are not, they're not doing anything at this point. So he's got to take the first step.
Guess what? Some people we feel like are in danger.
I personally encourage people who are able to carry legally to carry.
Okay, so that's basically all the footage after I got arrested of them freaking out, and I think that kind of explains why, because a few hours later we do the GoFundMe. Sheldon gets arrested just for promoting this.
Oh wow, so this happened while he was in American Fork. Okay, so Amon lied to the Orem police while he was in American Fork trying to serve papers. Okay, now this is coming together. So now, okay, so what are the odds that the American Fork Police Department talked to the Orem Police Department, and that's why they basically abused Ben when they arrested him in American Fork, when they did that bullshit search warrant that should never have been signed off, a search warrant based on lies. So it was a fraudulent search warrant. They did an illegal search and seizure because the search warrant is not valid because of fruit of the poisonous tree, because it was all based on lies in the first place. And so maybe that explains why the American Fork officer basically dislocated Ben's shoulder, because they didn't like him during the arrest.
GoFundMe, and then they sent a whole SWAT team of police officers to my house to just arrest everyone. So basically Ammon's doing what I like to call the 3-year-old method, which is basically if a 3-year-old really wants something and they're not getting it, what do they usually do?
Whine, cry, kick the back of the seat when they're in the car.
Basically this. That's kind of what Ammon's doing.
No, I understand why Ben's saying that. No, what Ammon is doing is he's basically stacking as many police departments against Ben as possible. So he's going to have charges from 3 different police departments. That's what he's doing. He's hedging his bets to get as many of the local police departments on his side to do his bidding. That's what he's doing. Because if you can hammer him with more and more charges, his thought process is going to be that much more difficult to fight it in court.
Ammon at first isn't really getting what he wants. It's I guess he got me arrested, but then I get out of jail and he's like, oh shoot, if I just keep saying he's stalking us, they're not going to keep him in jail for I got to make up some story to put him back in jail. It's exactly what a 3-year-old would do, right? And then he says, we're going to murder him. He's like, we're threatening him, and
he's not getting what he wants, so he just keeps whining and crying. He's like, they're doing this,
and they're
threatening.
Yeah, and we can't, honestly, we can't really get mad at Ammon for doing this, because...
Yes, you can. No, see, this is where I said he's being too nice. Absolutely, you can get mad at Ben. I don't know what his explanation is going to be here. 100% you can get mad at him.
Yeah, and we can't, honestly, we can't really get mad at Ammon for doing this, because... we used to do the same thing also, right? Like literally everyone used to do this.
God's sake.
But then we turned 5 years old, and we
grew out of it.
Yeah, we turned 5, and then we realized that this was not the correct method to get what we want. Yeah, basically the person that sent me all this body cam footage asked if I could respond to what Ammon's saying. So I'm saying my official response to Ammon is goo goo gaga, because I feel like that's the appropriate way to respond to someone who's acting like a baby. And send.
Hey.
So after this phone call, they arrest Sheldon for just promoting our GoFundMe, and sent a bunch of SWAT team members to SWAT our house, which kind of makes that make more sense to me now, based on what Ammon was saying. But anyways, let's fast forward a little bit. We posted the video, and this is, I think, 5 days after we posted the video now. Matt McNeff, Ammon's brother, calls the police. I don't really think he had a crime. He's just kind of complaining.
Well, Matt McNeff is, for those of you who don't know, is the chief operations officer of Brits and Minifigs, and Ammon's brother.
About our video.
He's all, and Matt McNeff also has lied about everything, because when CoffeeZilla did his investigation, he lied to CoffeeZilla multiple times.
No, for real. Look.
Let me see.
Yeah, so it's my brother and I have a franchise called Bricks and Minifigs that we run. He was filming and making this pseudo journalistic documentary that he, that's what he's claiming it is.
Yeah.
He released that documentary on Friday, and our lives have been nothing but hell since then. Once this YouTuber released this video, our franchisees are getting targeted harassment, review bombs. They are destroying people's lives and making it has been a nightmare.
He's not even reporting a crime to the police. He's just complaining about how bad he did.
It's like I know, Ben actually publicly said when word started coming out that people were fucking with other franchises, other Bricks and Minifigs franchises. Ben actually came out, as well as multiple people came out and said, don't fuck over these other franchisees. Don't go review bombing them. Don't go damaging their property, because they have nothing to do with what the corporation is doing. They actually publicly said, don't fuck with these people. Leave them alone. They are innocent bystanders on this. They're not involved in this corruption. They did that publicly, so.
How much he dislikes the video.
Aren't you supposed to call the cops when there's an emergency?
The cops basically just being the dude's therapist at this point.
Oh, this is, yeah.
Okay.
It's been rough. He's trying to say that the American Fork Police, our company, and the LDS Church are all colluding now in protecting our franchisee, and it's one big giant conspiracy. I mean, it's
where is he wrong? I don't know about the church part of it. I cannot speak to the church part of it, nor will I speak to the church part of it. But Bricks and Minifigs and American Fork Police Department colluding together in an abject state of corruption? Absolutely. All the evidence points to it. See, because unlike Bricks and Minifigs, Ben actually has evidence to substantiate his claims. So yeah, all the evidence is clearly showcasing a level of corruption and collusion between Bricks and Minifigs and the American Fork PD.
Insanity. It's just rage bait and clickbait, and he is causing significant serious harm. This has got to slow down.
What, remind me, do you know the title of the video on YouTube? I'd like to include that link on the report.
The YouTube creator is again, we feel like we've tried the whole way through to do the right thing here.
This entire time, Bricks and Minifigs, they say they've been trying to do the right thing the whole time, and it's literally just been as easy as give the dude his Legos back.
Yep.
They're just sitting in an empty store right now that you guys aren't even planning on selling them anymore. It'd be so easy for you just to give them back, but that would fix this whole thing.
I don't
but
even think they're in the store.
Wait. So it's because they've caused so much
I don't even think they're in the store anymore. I think those got moved out of the store a long fucking time ago.
Punitive damage now. They've put Brian on medication. He's been having panic attacks. They've tried ruining his whole life and all this other stuff. Now, it's a little bit more complicated than just giving the Legos back now. Basically, our lawyers are saying that this is going to be a slam dunk case. We could just get millions and millions of dollars out of them and just basically bankrupt their entire company.
Yes.
So Bricks and Minifigs will get completely destroyed.
Do it.
Or
dang, that sounds insane.
We've given them another easy way now. They can say that they're sorry by doing the chicken dance.
Watch. This is stupid. This is legitimately stupid. I'm sorry. Ben, you're an idiot for this. You need to stop this bullshit. I don't care that it's a bit. It can be used against him in court. It can be used by Bricks and Minifigs in court to basically nullify the entire case that he might have against him. It's yes, it's a bit, but I could see their lawyers trying to say, well, he said it publicly. If we do this, he'll drop everything. No. He needs to go scorch fucking earth. After everything that they've done, are we sure he didn't already run the bit by his lawyer? I don't know. It's possible. I'm having admittedly a very visceral reaction. I fully admit that, because it's I'm not wanting him to rage out in any of his videos like I'm doing, because he has to maintain calm because he's dealing with this case. But doing this bit is like, no, you need to go scorched fucking earth on this company. You need to ruin the company. Put them all out of business. Take every dime that is in that company's bank account. Give a big chunk of it to Brian. Give Brian what he's owed. And then you can use that money to do other good if you wish. But take down this evil company. Take down the corrupt police departments that are supporting this company. Now, maybe he is intending to do that. Like, again, I'm having a very visceral reaction because I despise what this company has done and what these now 3 police departments are doing. I want all 3 of these police departments to get taken down. Every fucking one of them. I want them completely cleaned house and actually put people in there that are not corrupt. I don't even know if that's possible in northern Utah, but I want justice done for police officers that have completely shit on the badge and shit on the job. There are a few things that I despise more than police officers that completely shit on the institution of law enforcement. I hold police officers, generally speaking, in very high regard. There are not too many things that enrage me more than seeing police officers that are outright fucking corrupt like this. And I want to see them pay. Because in modern day, you have to make them pay. You cannot go with half measures. You go with half measures, they will come back twice as strong and fuck your world over. That is why I am so enraged and why I have this visceral reaction when he does stuff like this. Because I want them to pay for the crimes that they have committed.
And I will take that as a sincere form of apology. And once I do the chicken dance, and I
Third
will
is
know that
for
Brixton Minifigs is sorry, and we can finally move on to the next video series. It'll be awesome. But it's weird. Brixton Minifigs still hasn't done the chicken dance yet, which to me makes me feel like they think doing the chicken dance will cause them hundreds of millions of dollars worth of damage. They're that scared of doing the chicken dance. They think that by them doing the chicken dance, it's probably, I don't know, but they think that's a worse decision than destroying their $100 million company and all of the innocent franchises that have nothing to do with this. They think it's worth destroying all their franchises just so they don't have to do the chicken dance. Well, time is running out, and they have 1 week left as of me posting this video right now, and then there's going to be a third thing. So right now, it's just give the Legos back and do the chicken dance. But if they wait 1 more week, then they're going to have to do 3 things. Whatever this street is, it's the street Joshua Johnson lives on. They will have to rename this street Reckless Ben Street. That way, every time Josh drives home, he's gonna have to see, oh, I live on Reckless Ben Street now. This sucks, you know? Yeah, just as they're stacking the charges to throw us in jail forever, we're stacking the list of demands before they can get out of this mess.
Sounds good.
Yeah, and we're just gonna keep stacking them until their whole company's destroyed.
Oh, God.
Stacking week after week, month after month, year after year. Yeah, and even infinity after infinity. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep stacking those lists of demands all the way up and never stop. Give the Legos back. It won't stop until the Legos. Anyways, subscribe to Patreon. You'll get to see lots of behind the scenes, like full interviews. I just posted a full interview of us talking to the chief of police.
Man, you got screwed. Right? So we're just trying to right the wrong. Whatever that looks like.
Basically, he's saying that his police department messed up, and the whole interview's on Patreon. Also, part 4 is
Okay, that's new. So that police department was the Oregon Police Department. That was the Kaiser Police Department where his first video took place. So the police chief came out and talked to Ben and said that his officers fucked up. Now, bearing in mind what happened in Oregon with the Kaiser Police Department was not a big thing. Like the police and the Kaiser Police Department in Salem, Oregon, where the first video took place, they didn't really do anything. All they did was they basically, the extent of their involvement in his first video was to basically go, you've been trespassed. You can't come back here. That's it. That's like the extent of what occurred with the Kaiser Police Department. They were not in the pockets of Brixton Minifigs. Maybe they went off of some bad information, but realistically, they did their job right. The store manager at the Brixton Minifigs, where the first video took place, said, We want him trespassed. We don't want him here. She is within her legal rights as a business manager to request that. And the Kaiser police, like, they were fine. They didn't do anything even remotely close to what the police in Utah had been doing. So realistically, like, they're fine. We got angry because we've seen behind the scenes, but Donut said it was normal. I said it was normal too. I did too. I didn't react to his first video because I'd already seen it on when Asmongold reacted to it. But yeah, what the Kaiser police did was perfectly within their jurisdiction, was perfectly within their legal authority, was perfectly within their legal responsibility. They legitimately did not do anything wrong and did not screw over Ben.
Halfway filmed. We're almost done filming part 4. It's going to be the most insane video we've ever filmed in our entire lives. Tell him, Victor. So. Yeah, no spoilers. It kind of sucks because we're still undercover in part 4, but part 4 is going to be super sick. Everyone's saying that the Lego videos are wrapping up. I think the Lego series is actually just started.
Holy crap. Yeah, the Lego videos are ramping up. They're not wrapping up. They are ramping up. This is going to be insane. It is. I am hoping that Ben is running all of these bits through his lawyer first. I'm going to assume that he is. I am. I'm going to go on the assumption that all of these bits that Ben is doing, where he's talking about the chicken dance and everything, because he does have a lawyer. And I am going to assume that he's put he's done all of this through his lawyer. No, I do not doubt that he's done it through the lawyer. I think, we're raging about it, but I do think he may actually be taking it seriously. He's maybe giving the appearance that he's not taking it seriously, but I think that's for the videos. I think outside of the videos, he is actually taking it very seriously. I will say though, like even on Unsub, I was saying this about his appearance on Unsub. He does need to learn when to shut the fuck up. He is a bigger yapper than I am. So, but I absolutely do think he is taking this seriously. Absolutely, I do.